G'day guys and welcome back to another Modless video. Today's video I'm going to be going through a collection of Minecraft Fabric mods for version 1.18, version 1.18.1. Let's get started. Starting off with the mod known as aka Target Dummy. The Target Dummy mod just adds in a single item, a target dummy. This dummy can be placed anywhere in the world where it will stand silently, judging your every action. It'll wiggle funny if you hit it, screaming large numbers of damage at you, and it can be dressed up to look even more awesome. This will please the dummy, making the numbers smaller. Basically speaking, you can use target dummies to understand how much damage you deal with your weapons. You can give them armor to wear to understand how much damage gets deducted when they're wearing certain armors. Pretty useful if you want to understand how much damage you do in PvP battles or things along those lines. Moving on to Better Never. Better Never pretty much re-enhances the entirety of the Nether. If you weren't too happy with the 1.16 update of the Nether, or you wanted to see something more to the Nether, or whatever it so be, the Better Never Minecraft mod is a really good one for you, as it pretty much enhanced the Nether by adding in a huge collection of new biomes, new plants, new materials, and so much more to the Nether. That pretty much makes it a whole new experience to explore, even if you're already sick of the 1.16 update variant of the Nether. It adds in a host of new materials, recipes, foods, tools, and items. It also adds in the abilities for certain many Nether structures, including big and rare cities, and so much more. Moving on to Toro's health damage indicators. Toro health damage indicators adds in a beautiful thing that I'm pretty sure most people would like to have in Minecraft. A health bar for all mobs in the game. Basically, whenever you look at a certain mob, their health bar will appear in a configurable location in the options menu of the actual mod itself, displaying how much health the mob currently has. It also will display how much damage they take when you hit them, so you know how much health they just recently lost without needing to look directly back at them for the health bar again. Moving on to Iris Shaders. Iris Shaders is an open source shaders mod compatible with a majority of Optifine shader packs. The basic idea of this is to allow you to have a shaders mod that doesn't require the necessity of having Optifine installed onto your Fabric server or things along those lines for mods that are not compatible with Optifine half the time, such as Origins. This also is a mod that works perfectly fine with the Sodium optimization mod as well, which ultimately leads to a bit better of an optimization for Minecraft, especially when you're using shaders in comparison to Optifine. Anyhow, moving into our next mod, we've got the Fabric Wavestones mod. Now this is kind of similar to the Forge variant of the mod known as Wavestones, except for there's a lot of key differences. Whilst it follows the same stone alto design that the Wavestones use in the Forge version of this mod, this Fabric version has a bunch of different texture differences that makes it stand out a little bit more, plus the actual menu for using the Wavestones is, in my personal opinion, just a bit better than the one present in the Forge version of the mod. Overall, it adds in most of the same things, but it also has a few other bits and pieces that works in conjunction with this mod itself, as well as it can naturally spawn in villages, including the ones from repurposed structures that is also present in Fabric itself. And hey, if you're enjoying this video thus far, I'd highly appreciate if you just hit the like button down below, and hey, maybe subscribe if you're enjoying the experience. There's always a lot of videos like this coming to my channel on a very regular basis. Continuing on though, we have Mole Structures for Fabric, of course. Mole Structures is the best structure mod and carefully designed to enrich your world with many fun adventures to be had. Mole Structures is a mod that I've covered before in the past when it was first released for 1.17, but it adds in a collection of new beautiful structures, such as a whole new collection of different villager type structures, whether it be a whole new pillager factory, which sometimes has issues with spawning in a regular world. I've noticed, like especially when I was showcasing it last time around, it has a weird spawn issue. Pirate ships, barn houses, even a killer bunny castle making use of the killer bunny that's in the game, and so much more other cool structures that will be around in your Minecraft world when you play around with this mod. The beautiful thing about it is if you don't need to even have this on your actual personal client, if you just simply have it inside of the server itself, you don't need it on your client side because it does not add any new blocks or anything along those lines. It just makes use of all the vanilla stuff. Anyhow, moving into our next mod, we have got the Origins mod. Now, people who've been around on this channel and following what I do for most of this year would understand what this mod is, as I used to cover it a lot. In fact, my channel's got a huge wealth of custom Origins that I've covered in the past. But for those of you who don't know, the Origin mod is a mod that allows you to choose from 9 different types of races plus the human Minecraft race that you have by default, that allows you to have different types of abilities that can change how you would play the game. For example, we have the Merling, which will pretty much reverse you from being able to breathe and do all the things above water like you would normally do, to being able to do all those things underwater but not being able to breathe in the air. And so many other beautiful things such as that. This mod's also got a huge community in their own Discord server that contains thousands of different custom origins created by the community, as well as the various different other expansion mods that are also available on CurseForge. Moving on to our next mod, we've got Wolves with Armor. Wolves with Armor is a mod that adds in several new wolf related utilities, including armor and several other things that come with it. This gives you the ability to craft in collections of different types of armor specifically made for wolves, with the simple crafting recipes of 3 different items. You also have the ability to upgrade the diamond armor into netherite armor by using the netherite ingot inside of a smithing station, I think it's called, I forget it sometimes, lol. You can also enchant said armor to increase its actual protection that you can give to your wolves and other bits and pieces along those lines, ultimately allowing you to give extra protection to your favourite little puppies. Moving on, we've got Go Fish. Go Fish is a fishing enhancement mod for Fabric. It takes inspiration from Stardew Valley and Terraria to create a rewarding fishing experience with exciting new loot, creative aquatic creatures, and an incentive to enjoy fishing. Some of the overviews is fun new fish variants, find themed aquatic creatures in all biomes while fishing, new fishing rods and fishing trinkets, creative food options based around aquatic ingredients, rare loot crates with exciting loot, never end fishing with a dimension-specific fishing mechanics, and so many other bits and pieces as well. Moving into our next mod, we've got Stonehelm, Underground Villages. This mod adds in new sprawling mazes of underground halls and floors. Stonehelm fills the world with a new type of village. Explore confusing hallways and venture into the abandoned sections in search of treasure. Convert the place over for your own helm, or build yours by trapping the villagers underground for eternity. Or just kidnap the villagers for your own nefarious purposes. Basically speaking, this gives a new whole premise to the entire thing of a stronghold and gives another type of underground structure that you can find that villagers will also be living within. Moving into our next mod, we've got Villager Hats mod. This mod allows you to have the ability to get those beautiful little hats that the new 1.14 villagers have for a majority of their jobs. It adds you the ability to craft and wear these villager hats as trinkets, and you can also gain them by killing zombie villagers. Moving on to Fabric Seasons. Fabric Seasons is a simple mod that adds seasons to the game, herder, by dynamically changing the biomes as you play. Basically, it gives a bit of a beautiful thing to Minecraft that makes it dynamically change as you play throughout the game. It will slowly transition from spring into summer, into autumn, into winter, and it adds in 2 new items, 1 block and 1 item, a seasonal detector and a seasonal calendar. Anyhow, one big thing I'd like to ask from you guys is let me know in the comments down below what would you like me to do to improve these videos. I'm always aiming to try and do things better and try and get you guys to enjoy my videos a little bit more than what you may do already, so I'd highly appreciate any form of feedback that you guys give me in the comments. I do read a majority of it, and I do actually take a lot of it into consideration to try and improve what I do here. So let me know in the comments down below. Either way, check out this video on screen now, and until next time guys, goodbye.